A coach isn't someone who yells at you to do one more rep. We've spent over a year not selling you anything. So today we're going to tell you exactly what a coach does, who shouldn't hire one yet, and if it's you, where the door is. Welcome back to the Ready for More podcast. Strength is for everybody. I'm Idi.
And I'm Mark.
All month, we've shown you what building looks like, the week that works, the skill nobody posts about, the real timelines. Today, we answer the last question.
What is that question?
What is that question? What people think coaching is versus what it is not. Here's the cleanest way I can see it. A program is information. A coach is judgment. You can find a plan anywhere. You can't download someone who knows when to change it. People think they're paying for a spreadsheet or some exercises. You can get that free online anywhere. What you're actually paying for is for an objective set of eyes. It's someone who has seen your struggle hundreds of times before and knows exactly which lever to pull to get you unstuck before you quit.
Yeah, with a coach, you're paying for experience. So a good coach will be able to guide you based on the notion that they've been there and they've done the thing, probably with mistakes, so that they can spare you the same mistakes when it's your turn, when you're at that same turning point, tipping point that they were. Additionally, if your goal is performance, your coach can do all the things that you would like to do. They have taught themselves how to do it. So they know where your pitfalls are, your stumbling blocks, as you try to unlock a certain movement or a certain lift.
Number two, what coaching solves and what it doesn't. We can build the perfect week. We can't live it for you. Coaching multiplies effort. It can't manufacture it. We solve the blind spots.
No, a coach's experience will help catch little things. So if I see somebody setting up for a maximum deadlift and I see that their wedge is off or the shoulders aren't back or just some part of it is not primed, a good coach will catch that and say, hey, don't perform the lift. Let's stop. Let's reset. Let's optimize before we perform that lift.
And here's the part most people won't tell you. You might not need a coach. If it's working, don't fix it. If you're consistent, progressing, and your week bends without you breaking, keep going. We'll be here when it stops.
Or when it's the right time, when it's time to level up, to progress to the next level that might be out of reach. But to Edie's point, if everything is working and you're seeing progress on your program, you don't necessarily need to get a coach then and there. Yeah. And, I think that a lot of coaches are in this to help people. And if you're doing this right, you're not trying to sell people a product they don't need. Some people need the accountability. Some people need a little bit of a push and they need direction, but others do not. And trying to force a sale for the sake of sale, making a sale or money, it comes from the wrong place, the wrong motivation, I feel. And you're not really helping someone. If anything, to your point, I think that same conversation on my end would say, hey, if it's working, keep doing the thing. When you arrive to a place that's out of reach currently, then let's revisit this conversation so I can help you chart a path forward. But as long as you're making progress on your own and you're safe and you've got a good handle on what you're doing, there's no need to sell you or use a scare tactic to get you to start training with the coach. Quick story, Edie, and no names will be mentioned to not throw anybody under the bus, but I'm sure you'll know who I'm talking about. But years ago, about a decade ago, I did a fitness evaluation with another trainer, and it was for this woman who at the time was in her late 40s, I believe. And we did one of those in-body reads for her. And, we were looking at percentage of body fat. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to her and I'm saying, okay, so here's a little elevated. Here's your metabolic rate. Here's what you can focus on. No big deal, nothing to worry about, right? You try to be encouraging towards people and say, hey, here's your path forward. And so the trainer that I did this with said, well, Mark's a really nice guy and we love him, but I'm very concerned about what I see here. I mean, what's going on at this rate? We're going to have a heart attack at some point. And I can't even say it now with a straight face. At the time, I was biting my lip to not burst out laughing because it was so ridiculous. But, again, I think that there is sometimes trainers can use scare tactics to say, hey, if you don't train, then this will happen. No, you know what? It's right when it's right. You have to reach a place of understanding with them of, for me, encouragement and say, hey, this is how I can help you. Honestly, this is where you are. Level with them when it is more serious, when attention has to be paid towards something. But also, hey, I'm trying to build a relationship and to chart a path forward with you at ease, not terrified that if you don't buy with me, something's going to happen.
Number 4, what working together actually looks like for us.
For me, I'll tell you that I hesitate to use the word, but it's a collaborative effort. I try to keep myself open to my clients. I encourage them to send me videos. There's constant communication, there's encouragement. Look, I have clients all the time who tell me, hey, I know you wrote me a 3-day program. I couldn't make it. What do we always say? Meet yourself where you're at. I have one client right now. She wants to do 3 days a week, but she's getting ready to get married. She's got a whole lot going on. So I'm like, cool. Look, I know you got your program, scale back. Here's how we prioritize the essential parts of your program. And this is our best path forward. A good coach, it's a collaborative effort, and they'll help you scale as the seasons of life get more stormy or calm. They'll help you scale your efforts accordingly because they know how to prioritize what's important to move you forward.
Yeah, absolutely. It's small adjustments. It's going to be like a real relationship. It's going to be calm and not a chaos.
There's not going to be any talks about, us being worried about you getting a heart attack or something like that. So, quick anecdote about this. And, this same trainer had, for the part of the fitness eval, the fitness part of it, had the same person on a Bosu ball on the round part of it underneath, flat surface on top, and asked her to do a pistol.
I cannot even do a pistol squat. Well, I cannot do a pistol squat on solid ground, far less on a Bosu ball. But he put this old lady on a freaking Bosu ball, do a pistol squat. And of course, she was like terrified. It was like, you cannot do a pistol squat?
But you know what? To the point of good coaching that, meets you halfway. So this same lady over the years, I would see her throughout the gym and I would say, hey, when you're doing your lunges, do them like this to whatever, or do this for your overhead press. Like just little things, tweaks along the way. And, look, when we wound up leaving our big box gym, she never trained with me, but she did approach me before she left. And she's like, Mark, because management always would reach out and say, hey, do you want to train with someone? And she said, no, it's not in my budget. But if I were going to train someone, it would be with Mark. And that's just as a result of building a relation, like an honest relationship over time where it's like, hey, I'm seeing you do lunges in the hallway. Your legs are a little, space them out a little bit more to add stability to what you're doing. Little things like that where you build trust and confidence with a person, an honest relationship versus train with me or else.
If this month described you, the broken weeks, the skills you were never taught, the stalls, wanting capability instead of exhaustion, then I'm looking for you specifically. Not everybody, but you.
If that's you, send us a message or drop a comment in this video below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can also go on our website and take our strength audit. It's a very comprehensive and short questionnaire that will let you know exactly where you are on your fitness journey and how best to chart a path forward. So whether getting a coach right now is right for you or not, at the very least, it will equip you with information about where you are, if you're stuck, how to get unstuck, and what type of training best suits you.
Guys, see you in the next one.
Stay strong.